Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And today I wanted to spend just a little bit of time really talking about my background. I know there's a lot of people on the web, or perhaps people following me on Facebook that really don't understand about my background. And so I'll do my best to be as brief as possible, but just to learn a little bit about me. So, I grew up here in Springfield, Missouri. And during my early years, baseball was my passion. I wanted to be a professional baseball player like a whole lot of people. I was a pitcher, and I would say, that really drove my motivations during, those early years, even elementary, middle school, and then even in high school. And then I did go on and play some college baseball, but I got turned on to lifting weights or resistance training probably about the time I was 14, 15, 16. At the time there were kind of the Rocky movies, and they were very inspirational to me. I really found that it stirred something inside of me, like it did a lot of people, that the underdog can win, and that if you work hard you can achieve a goal. And so, my mom bought me a little plastic weight set, and I started working out at home. Then I progressed to, working out at the local YMCA. And during, by the time I was like 15, 16, I was really into resistance training and really felt the improvement in my performance, athletically. Now, at the time, they were encouraging, or at least some individuals were encouraging people, or baseball players, not to resistance train because they felt like that it obstructed range of motion and all the things that now we know that athletes that are bigger, stronger, have are going to be able to produce more power. And I talk about this in some of my earlier videos. But so I was really torn. I felt the differences in my body and my athletic performance via the resistance training or strength training, even though I really didn't know what I was doing. But it really kind of ignited a passion inside of me that, first of all, it felt good to resistance train. It improved a lot of things about your self-esteem and those kind of things. And so it was kind of a driving force was, if I exercise or strength train, then I'm getting an outcome, or I'm feeling an outcome in my performance and how I feel. And so then I got into high school, and I really kind of got away from the resistance training to a degree, because again, a lot of baseball was kind of my first thing. I wanted to focus on that. But at the back of my mind, I always wanted to learn about training the human body and how to improve performance, how to, what effect does strength training have on all of these factors. So, got into my early college years, in my undergraduate years, and I ended up completing my degree in physical education. It was a great thing, and I'm very happy that I did that. There was no really exercise science program at that time, but exercise science was a component of health and physical education. But I kept going to the library, and I'd always try to pick up books. At the time, there wasn't really a lot of research on strength training and the benefits of strength training. And then I got involved, during my middle college years, I got involved in natural bodybuilding, and I knew, because that really kind of allowed me to do my strength training and focus on really kind of the science of training, learn all I could about strength training programming and an outcome. How can I strength train the most effectively, most efficiently? And a lot of you guys maybe follow me on Facebook are a lot of my great friends from years ago, and got to saw all of my experimenting, and I keep experimenting to this day, experimenting on my own body, and then just kind of see what happens as a result of volume, frequency, loading, rep ranges, and the adaptation to that. So I got involved in natural bodybuilding, and I was involved in that for a number of years. I'd say, let's see, from the time I was 21 to 36, 37. And I did go on and become a WNBF pro, which was my goal, to be a part of a natural bodybuilding organization that actually made an effort and really strive to test athletes and you know be on a level playing field. And so through all that, again, I was reading everything I could get my hands on to learn about resistance training and how to design the most effective resistance training programs to make the best use of your time and progress. And so I kind of concluded my bodybuilding career. I had some injuries, had to have some surgeries, had a knee injury that was really kind of a genetic thing, and so got into my mid 30s, late 30s, and started really investigating the possibility of going back to graduate school. And I did do that, and that whole interest in learning as much as I could about resistance training programming versus an outcome. So, how can we design the most effective resistance training programming? And using now my 25 years or 20 years of, it would have been about 20 years of practical knowledge applying resistance training, in the field, now trying to find ways to do research on that. And so that was kind of the core of my interest still, was my passion to find the most efficient ways to strength train to produce an outcome. And I think now at this point in time, I think we can probably debate all the little things about resistance training, but I do think there's some commonalities to the most effective ways to resistance train, but there's certainly a lot of variation. So but anyway, I completed my master's degree and did some research at the University of Central Missouri, and was able to publish that study. And then I went ahead and completed my terminal degree, my PhD. And again, the main focus through all of those years was finding the most efficient ways to strength train to produce changes in body composition, increasing lean tissue mass, increasing muscle mass, and then as an indirect result, hopefully altering someone's body composition, meaning they'll lose some body fat, gain some muscle, and who doesn't want more of that? So yeah, that's a little bit about me. I left out a lot of details just for sake of not going too long here. But my life's work here, and now I'm 51 years old, and really that's still my main focus, is to find the most effective and efficient ways to strength train to produce positive changes. It's not to find the hardest strength training program, or a strength training program that is going to overload an individual or maybe produce changes for a week or two. But how can we find a balanced program that's efficient and makes the greatest use of a person's time in the weight room? Because we know that I've trained hundreds of people over my years of doing this, and we know that time is always the limiting factor, right? So, and I mentioned this in some of my other videos. I mean, we have clients that, strength training less than an hour a week, 2 days a week of about 30 minutes, probably less actually, have doubled, tripled, their strength in very short order, 6 months, 9 months, in, even a year, in which a year is a very short time. So, really that's been my focus. That continues to be my focus, is to apply the most effective, efficient strength training program to cause people to get stronger, be healthier, feel great, have more muscle, less body fat, improve all outcomes. And really, strength is the basis for human movement. And so that, in my opinion, should be the focus of most fitness professionals, is to improve someone's strength and do it in a way that is very effective and efficient for them. Okay, so that's kind of been my focus. It continues to be my focus. It continues to be my life's work, and you know what we're going to be launching in the future weeks here at my training center is we're going to be launching an online training platform where I can consult and coach busy professionals that really want a laser focused strength training program that makes the most use of their time resistance training using the basic exercises that really are very effective and safe for them. If you have questions about some of the exercises that I talk about, you can watch some of the other videos that I've posted, videos posted on a basic exercise program and how to set that up. But of course, everyone varies, and there is some variation needed based on their structure, their biomechanics, injuries, basically the individual differences each person brings in to an exercise program. But yeah, so I'm getting ready to launch this whole online training platform, which means I don't have to just help people that are here in Springfield, Missouri, but from around the globe, or maybe clients that have trained with me and moved away or don't have time to come to my training center. So that was just a little bit about me. I've gone over kind of my 5 to 6 minute time frame, but I hope that allows you guys to learn a little bit about me, but know that my life's work and really my passion is to find the most effective, efficient, and safe strength training program to make the best use of your time. And that is valuable to, it's vital to most adults, as time is the limiting factor. So if you have questions, comments, leave comments below. If you think you'd like to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to try to start uploading more videos here, more great content. If you have questions about my background, maybe the bodybuilding thing or the inspiration I drew from those Rocky movies, or something about my past, or something that maybe inspires you. But anyway, I will talk to you all soon, and thank you for listening this far.